Xbox's event. Tied to 20K.
Oh, yeah.
So
That's cool.
all right, I can finally take off this mask. It was in honor of Kuromex.
Oh,
Wait,
this
Fightsy's
is
playing for him?
yeah.
Fightsy is playing for him,
okay.
yes.
Yeah, he's too sick.
Yeah, he's sick at the moment, but we wish him well. In the meantime, let's go into the game.
This is the pain carousel where it's just Crick Gloves, tears, and like 2
Yeah,
cloaks.
I think we had 6 people beeline to the belt.
I should have Fightsy play for me today.
No, he popped off. He went first and then 6th. Well, okay, the 6th wasn't pop off, but it was like a good 6th
good.
because he was about
Yeah.
to go 8th and then he saved it with 2 placements.
That's a 3.5 average. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
good. Not bad. No, look at Ace. Always look at the silver lining.
Okay, so great start here though for Dallas. He can go IE, Blitzcrank, super strong unit.
Oh, you don't want to do that though. it might kill the creep too fast.
Oh,
Honestly,
you're
even
right.
this glove is kind of a low roll. Ideally, you want like
This is your tech.
yeah, you
quick
want like a
chase.
cloak or like something that doesn't give him extra damage is the bottom line.
Yeah, because you want to. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's true. You can apply the Nico tech here.
Wait, I don't know. Why do you not want to kill the creeps fast?
Because he wants to
Oh.
tilt his opponents by
Yeah.
making the creep rounds
Yeah.
last longer.
Yeah.
But what
I don't think
Unico
that
doesn't
works.
know is that by doing that, I finally might have enough time to buy my shot.
Yeah,
So
I feel like
thank
that helps your opponent.
Wait a minute, that's kind of true.
Hey,
Isn't that the worst? You get like, you wait, it's the very last creep, it drops like 6 gold and you want to buy your whole shot, but you only buy 2 of them or whatever because you can't click fast enough.
I've been petitioning Mort Dog occasionally every few months. Can we add 1 second to the end of?
Yeah,
Maybe it'll
just
happen
1
one day.
second, please. Or at least like make it more responsive when I know I clicked it.
Just this
Yeah,
one
that's the
round. This
worst.
one round.
It's this round.
Like you go to
This is
click
the round.
everyone, everything in your shop at once. You do like you buy one thing and everything else just stays there.
And it's such
oh
a
my
big
God.
deal if you're able to pair up, for example, on something
Yeah.
really important.
Because like on Krugs and Wolves, you usually have enough gold to just buy the units you want, and then like yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
I mean,
agreed.
the stage
But this
one
you gotta
shops are
sell. You gotta
important.
fast sell and then buy these units if you want them. 3
you
Renegade
have to,
shop,
like-
Anima.
You have to mentally prepare
Yeah.
for what you want to sell and buy.
And it's like sometimes it changes too because the combination of these 2-3 drops may make you
Yeah.
think differently.
Yeah, I'm honestly down. Just give everyone 10 gold.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
combat
20
training is
gold.
in this set? I've never even seen this augment.
Really? Combat Training has some really
Wait,
fun
I took
dank
it
builds.
day one.
Oh, you
Yeah, it's
did?
cool.
Oh,
Were
I
you
just
casting that game? I thought. Oh, never
don't
mind.
think so.
I guess
Probably not.
Was
Okay,
I
okay.
don't think I was.
But
Someone
I mean,
told me
if
you were, but
I apologize if I was. I
man, we
legitimately
stream all the
Okay,
games
okay,
so that we
okay.
can watch everybody, and this guy doesn't even know.
didn't. Have you been watching the games today, Asa?
I've been watching some of them.
Okay.
I can confirm we were playing Melee for a bit.
I feel like he's just kind of been
Games.
moping in the back a little bit.
Yeah, I had to go play some Super's Mech Draven right after I went
yeah.
8.
Yeah, just take a load off, you know,
no,
finally
no.
relax.
I
yeah.
trust me
Just
when I
play
say I know
relaxing
how you feel. But Combat Training is really fun. I'm actually a little bit sad that Dallas took a safe Exile route. Can't blame him. Totally solid, but I do think Combat Training is one of the most fun augments to play
Yeah,
around.
you want like an Ash or like maybe a
Yeah.
KO potentially. Maybe
yeah.
not that one. but
Oh,
something that-
actually, it's true. Kale can actually carry with Combat Training.
I had a Vayne on 2-1s when I took it.
Yeah, and duelists. I mean, duelists use it so well, right? The attack speed works so well that it's like you want it on a duelist over a sure shot because it just works better with the trait. But then like it's like Kale versus Ash. It's
Yeah.
like okay.
It's true, but you know, then you're still playing supers and you're
Yeah,
able to
no,
get a
it's
lot of
still
damage.
super good for sure. And honestly, it's probably even better than the Ash
Oof.
as long as you get it online.
This feels pretty bad though. To take Exiles, which is just supposed to be a strong combat augment, and you don't kill any units.
His board is not the best at the moment. He doesn't have any upgrades. Now they're coming through. He has
Oh,
the
yeah.
Poppy 2. He
The
can put
Neela
in the
as well.
defender. Yeah, like
Yep.
he's working his way up. The other thing too, you know, I noticed, I was actually talking with somebody about this earlier. We have Ash for like a really strong backline unit in this set.
Oh.
Like Lulu can kill units, but there aren't a ton of strong backliners, and Bebe is.
Hold on.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
okay.
Hold on. I need. Oh, it's trade sector. Okay, I need some clarity. I'm like, first of all,
Are they 3 for 3?
they're
Baby and Milk?
Yes, they have underground every game. So that's the first comment. The second comment, he hit a 2% Sejuani, which is just really crazy given his board state. The third element was how did he even get that Sejuani in the shop? But
He has the one component start. I think he just pushed all the way.
he has all the.
Oh
the
yeah,
gold.
true.
He might have literally pre-leveled 5.
No, he didn't pre-level because he had trade sector. So.
I no, but he might have. You know what I mean?
Actually, you know what? I could see Baby doing it.
Yeah.
Milk was complaining about other teams getting this all of yesterday.
Underground.
Turns out complaining works.
Well, I
The new
think.
tech.
I mean, we've also seen Underground like not just completely steamroll the lobbies, but we have seen our fair share of Underground being way too strong as well.
Yeah, I mean, you can beat it, right? Like Solus last game beat it. All it took was 2 vehicles on 416.
I think
But,
it's just, it follows like the common problem that these big cash out trades, and maybe it's not a problem, but just for lack of a better word,
Right.
where in the right hands they can be so extremely powerful at just guaranteeing at least like top 3.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Super's Heart. Is there a preferred build with Super's Heart, or is it just kind of like whatever reroll you want?
I think you can drop whatever you want and like you just see what you start hitting, right?
Right.
Nico might have some tech. for
Oh,
this.
I don't like Super Start that much right now.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
Right now, I think it can be good. I just don't really like it at the moment.
It feels like a
Interesting.
fawn on some boards.
What unit does it give you? Malphite?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's Malphite. I mean,
why
I'm
I
a
don't
big
like it.
believer of Super's mascot in general, just because I feel like it's such a strong comp to be able to get online, and it's like one of those like comps that once you stabilize, you can actually win out. So
Yeah.
I personally like it. In fact, it gives you a Malphite. It makes me lean that way.
Yeah, for sure. And the thing is, right, is that Malphite and Lee, like if you 3-star both of them, they're good frontline for whatever you want. And a lot of the reroll comps that you play with Super aren't going to want the GP. Like the duelist ones, obviously, you're going to want the GP. But there are a lot of lines you can take with Super Hard that the fact that you don't have to play that GP is so good for a board.
I feel like in the Ash reroll, though, a lot of times you're rolling for 1 cost, which looks like what he's going for. So you just natural
Yeah, that's true.
GP3
That's true.
a lot of times.
It kind of depends.
It's interesting you guys talking about it because I was actually talking with Moore earlier today. I was picking his brain a little bit. I asked him if they had any intention of maybe like buffing Malphite and like nerfing Supers overall to compensate, because I think Malphite is like one of the weakest units in the game right now.
Interesting. I think, well, I do think that Malphite in general is weak, but I think his support augment is kind of bonkers.
Yeah.
Guardian Spirit.
Yeah, where it
Yeah,
heals
it's
20%
good.
when your unit's cast. It's like,
It's
what
good.
the heck is
You can put it on
this?
literally any board. And
Especially,
well.
considering that like he's innately, you're re-rolling a lot when he's on your board, you can get so much out of it.
It's disgusting. So yeah, Mort did actually tell me this morning they're reworking the Lee Sin carry augment.
Okay.
Right now it's the one that like triples
Yeah.
attack speed
I
whenever
hate
he
that
shields.
one.
Can you leak this?
No. Yeah. It
Oh,
just
yeah.
gives him attack speed.
So currently
do
the
tell, do
version
tell.
they're working on is to reduce the mana cost and then I think it's attack speed.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. For the
So,
whole
like,
team, or?
Basically, he's just going to be like casting way faster
Okay.
and being like a much stronger support unit.
I can kind of see that being a little bit scary, actually. I think Lee is quite good right now.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. That's so fascinating because I've heard many people who I respect also say they think Lee Sin's really underwhelming.
Really.
It's probably because his tags are really good if you're trying to reroll.
I think that if you have the right super setup, if you itemize Lee, he can tank for so long.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's how I
I
feel
guess
about
the
Malphite.
outside would be
I like Malphite.
Interesting. Interesting. You guys are on the opposite sides of that. Either way, that makes it, just shows you that there's a lot more to this tree than just pressing the DQ mindlessly.
I will say again on the point of Super +1 is that it makes it way easier to reroll 2 costs, I think.
I will say the game I just played right before coming in here, I rerolled Mech Dravens with Super Heart. I didn't need
Oh, you
gameplay because I'm
actually-
rerolling on level 6.
It felt really good,
Actually
right?
played Mech Draven.
It was, I mean, I had League of Draven on 2-1, so
Dude, China thinks Mech
it was
Draven
super good.
was
actually.
good.
With the augment.
Okay, so here's the thing. There was a lot of Draven builds I was trying to save for this tournament, and then he got completely destroyed. But I was showing off one of them in the lobby, and I was telling Nico, I was like, man, I show you some tech, and you're flaming me. And he's like, what tech, bro? And then 2 hours later, Mort drops the patch notes for PB of how he guts Draven.
I'm saying what tech because everybody knows about it.
Yeah, but no one played in any of the in-houses.
It's because people were trying to keep it as tech.
Sure, man. Can't win with this guy. He just always is on the winning side of the argument, no
You have
matter
to
what.
you have to make a winning argument to win against him. That's the problem.
That's why you just play viewer games and don't do a single one.
Yeah, that's why I solo queue exactly.
No, everyone was convinced that Draven was, at least the people I was playing with. Maybe it was just the people I was
You were just
playing
playing with noobs. I think.
Yeah. Oh, Bryce is here to relieve me because I have it's pizza. Actually, no, the line's long. Give me like 5 minutes.
Pizza.
Endless Pizza?
True. We have pizza tonight being served for dinner. There's a lot of boxes. Endless Pizza is broken.
It seems finite from this perspective, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Really?
Actually, if
it
I
seems
don't,
pretty endless from here.
Yeah, that's a lot.
they have a lot more boxes behind them.
They
still
feed
can't
us so
believe-
much.
I
It's
can't believe
awesome.
Mort Dog said that Endless Pizza was his favorite team name.
Yeah, no, that is
That is not
really?
unforgivable.
But the thing is, you knew he was bluffing because he said, this team is my favorite team name. I was like, what's the team name? And he just like sat there, and then Enoch was like, Endless Pizza. And then Mordog kind of like realized, he's like, yeah.
No,
that's my favorite.
you caught him. You caught him. That was a good call out.
I think he was trying to get a rise.
That was a
Oh,
mafia
maybe
read
he
right
maybe
there.
he thought
That
it was still the old
was.
team name for
Oh.
Seseko.
Oh,
Maybe
I
he
love
used
it.
the height.
Yes, baby.
Content.
I love it. Bebe is
love
a
the
concept
pop-
machine.
Are we allowed to say what Seseko's old team would have been? Or
What?
is
Well,
that not
yeah,
allowed?
sure.
With
Why not?
Emily
Let her
White?
rip. What
Oh,
is it?
Sub Caitlyn fans?
Oh,
Oh.
but I don't know who sub Caitlyn is. Can you explain, Asa?
I don't really know either, but I think she's like a popular female streamer that
That's
has
what
like
Suga
a lot of-
follows.
And
Oh, he's
so-
a tier 3 sub too. That's what I
Yeah,
heard.
yeah.
Okay.
In an earlier set, when back in the ancient days of TFT, when Dallas was a consistent streamer, he actually got on her stream for a dating show, I believe.
Ah, got it. So
or
it's actually
or a dating
Dallas.
session, let's say. I don't know if it was a whole show.
I see.
Yeah. W Riz.
We do have the Sivir. Actually, you know, it's how hilarious is it? Just as a side note, that we actually have Pizza Sivir throwing pizzas,
I'm
and
so
then the pizza heals
Yeah.
people.
That's so funny.
And also,
so
Setsuko
random.
has Archangel, Shojin, Talia on 3-1.
You just know that designers were probably just like high out of their minds and just be like, you know what we should do? We should just have the pizza Sivir in and the pizza
Yeah,
heal.
yeah.
And they're eating pizza as they make this idea. They're like, dude, you're a genius.
Lord, I have best idea, man.
You just know it. Oh, it's the support Alistair augment. Okay, look, I think this augment is just underrated. I don't think it's like super broken. But he does have Ox
I feel
Force
like
Crest. It's actually a good setup for it.
I love this Annie one. If you play Viego with this
Yeah.
thing, like, you just, oh my god.
I think this Annie one with Viego is just, it's
so
so
gross.
valued. It's so good.
Dan, I think this Alistair one is terrible.
No, there's no way.
You're just a
I
hater,
do.
Asa.
There's
You're just
no
a
way.
hater.
No, I do.
Okay. Let me pull up tactics.tools.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah, you guys
know
can
it's
stay on
good
that
on
couch over
Tactics.tools
there.
because you play an Alistair on your comp.
No.
We have the tactics.
Wait, you gotta look at
tools fans
Alistair's,
over here.
Alistair's win rate first.
And then me and Appy's over here on this couch.
I'll do a
being
second,
the
but
real
it's
innovative
okay.
player.
Oh, yeah. But it's definitely stun gun every time.
It's not bad. See?
Okay, but what's Alistair's win rate?
Okay. I mean, actually, I don't know. off the
Oh,
top
go
of
to
my head.
stash units.
Sorry about that, viewers at home. Dan is currently glued to his phone.
No. This is
Yeah.
important.
No, we're doing research,
4.31.
okay. So by taking the Alistair augment, you lower his win rate by 0.2 on every stage.
This Galio's kind of Giga Chad. Look at it go.
Yeah.
With the Annie
Because
augment?
Alistair's base
the Annie
win rate
augment
is
and
very
the-
high, so
the
all of his
Sivir healing?
augments.
I was sorting by silver. Let me sort by.
I'll wait, guys. I'll wait. It's okay. I'm just trying to talk about the TFT game over here. Don't mind me.
That's the one taboo thing at TFT Summit. You can't talk about TFT.
That's true, yeah. The whole chat probably spamming TFT Bedge right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I stayed.
Or exclamation point drops.
You know
Yeah.
what? The stats are fake, Asa, because people don't know how to play around this augment.
Thank you.
Yes. All
You know,
right.
I played a game of Clear Mind today. Sox comes up behind me. Oh, you know, Clear Mind averages a 5-point blah, blah, blah. I was like, well, you know what I'm doing? I'm raising the stats. I'm bringing it up.
Someone has to.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got second that game.
Here you go.
Nice job.
Actually, no, wait. I got first. Never mind. I'm a beast.
Okay, would you ever roll ones here? You're holding like 6 pairs.
I don't think so. I don't even think... The thing is, like, the only thing that spikes him significantly is probably the Annie, right?
Yeah, and you have to get to Viego this game, right?
Yeah. So for,
That's fair,
just
that's
for that
fair.
reason, I think I'd probably hold it. I'd probably go level
It
7
just feels so bad to hold so much onto your bench. You kind of
It
know you're at
does.
an important juncture of the
You're
game.
you're not that weak here either, right? You have a Galio too. You have a sure shot in the back with Samira. Like you're okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he gets
He's-
clapped.
He
here,
has
but-
no items, though.
He's close to getting strong.
But I mean, so he has frontline items, which like translates to damage with sure shot
Oh,
scaling, right?
wait, this was actually better than I thought it would
Yeah.
be.
Yeah. He's very close. He just needs like a couple more
Yeah.
items on stuff.
Okay. All right, I see it.
I would have been down to roll.
I think it's debatable, and I think that's
Yeah.
what makes this set really cool. Is I think there's many spots like this where it's just an unconventional roll timing.
I think this Annie augment is like a win-out augment. Right?
Viewers-
Like you can just
Viewers at home will notice, by the way, Asa and I are 2 for 2 on disagreeing with each other about certain spots. This will be a recurring theme.
Oh, just so you guys know, Iniko is usually wrong.
That is not true. I respect Asa tremendously as a player, but I think every time I'm in call with this guy, we have disagreed about every single point that's ever been brought up.
I mean, that can only happen if you're wrong a lot. So
Oh, we're trying to decide who's more right, Asa or Nico?
yeah. That's
I
exactly
think
what
I
we're
have the
doing.
track record to support myself.
Oh, which set?
Well, let's see. Hold on. No, it's not about performance in sets, Bryce. That's where the
No,
misconception
I don't even
lies.
mean
It's
performance.
about
I mean,
who's right.
I know, rightness,
I
yeah.
recall there was an argument that Asa and I had about a certain unit. We bet subs on it, on how it worked. And who won that? Who won the bet, Asa?
oh,
Wait,
him say it.
wait.
You
We
make
need
him
more
say it.
context before we make him say he lost. What was the unit?
So
What was the bet about?
Okay, so the bet was whether Swain does auto attack damage through Shen's ultimate in set 7.0. It did for like a long time,
But
but at the time of the bet, it did not.
they had patched it out. And I the sole literate player of Teamfight Tactics, read the patch notes sometime before that and knew. And I played Asa like a fiddle and earned that sub.
Oh yeah. I got completely scammed because I was telling them. It is true. Because they knew what was going on. I was like, I played this, it clearly worked, and they're like, oh, they didn't say it was a recent patch. They could have included that information, but instead they decided to hustle me for like 10 bucks.
I mean, free
Wait a
money's free
second.
money,
If you
right?
can't hustle your friends for $10, who can you hustle for $10?
Not your friends.
Oh, your enemies.
Your enemies?
Yeah.
Oh, Milk, where you at?
Bebe just took a cash out.
Yeah.
Oh, he's 85 HP.
What a coward!
Bitch.
Wait, was that was 2, right? Or was it 3?
I think it was 2. We caught the
should be
tail
2,
end of it.
yeah.
We caught
It
the
looked
tail.
like 2.
Yeah.
The important thing is that it's clearly cowardice, no matter how many.
Yeah.
I agree. Yep.
That's
I like
surprising. I mean, at this spot, you could probably just like go for the. I mean, we're talking about 7 heist. You know, maybe like there's a.
He did the same thing earlier, actually, when he was like had the underground emblem and he was really healthy, and we had 5 underground, and we thought he might push it, and he didn't. He was like, no, I'm good. So maybe he just like values getting that board strength earlier.
Yeah. In his defense, he is really rich right now. Level 750 on 3-6. We don't see this kind of econ much nowadays.
I guess the question is, would you guys take the cash out in his spot?
I mean, I didn't see exactly what the cash out
That's
was.
It was gold. I think.
If it's a bunch of gold, then I actually was in that exact spot earlier, and I did take it. And
Yeah,
it
I
was
think
the
it's
first.
fair.
It was
I think
yeah.
that taking gold at the end of stage 3 specifically is really good, because the reason why fast aiding is bad right now is not because the units aren't good to play around, not because there's value there. It's because the way in which gold works in the game right now, because a lot of there is no kind of standard econ trait that's just giving you a bunch of gold, and so you can't afford to. It's too expensive to go 8 on 4-2 and roll down. Although he's not even fast aiding, he's rolling more here.
I think
He's just rolling a trade sector.
yeah.
We have yet to
fair,
see what
fair,
he's
fair.
going to do.
Yeah.
But now that
Really-
he's 5 LeBlancs, maybe.
Yeah.
And it was actually this exact spot. I had trade sector, and I was like, oh, if I go 8 early, I just get infinite more value out of the trade sector. So I think this makes a ton of sense.
Something really interesting that we just missed actually was so we were looking at the spot with the Annie, right? Who was that actually that had that?
It was Sox, I
It was
think.
Sox. Sox actually slammed Last Whisper. So looks like he's leaning more towards an AD comp with that Ox Force spat in that.
Okay.
And probably because he has a Samira already, but just you know.
Yeah, I like it. I
This
rock
last
with it.
Whisper item is so important.
Yeah.
And just
Not just on
away from
Samira,
Viega.
basically any AD carry, it feels
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
If you're trying to play
yeah.
without Last Whisper,
Shred
you are
is-
trolling.
Shred is like, I feel like Shred is so important.
Yeah, Shiv is also like
Oh,
giga
he's-
broken right
he's
now.
playing Ox
Yeah, when I
Force
play
set.
AD, me
Oh,
like
the
I
tech.
need Last Whisper.
Ox Force said.
Do you guys
Okay.
go Runins or Sword Item here?
Okay, here's my take. I do not like Last Whisper on Zed. I think it can be useful. I think that almost always, like, you just end up not needing it because you teleport him to the backline anyway. That being said, he doesn't have Hacker in right now, so...
What about Giant Slayer for the back line?
We
these are the...
We talked about this earlier. I sort of disagree with this take. I get where you're coming from, because it is intuitive that if Zed winds up on like the Misfortune right away, then the Last Whisper is doing essentially nothing. Completely fair. But you're assuming that you get your Zed onto the correct target every single time, which is not actually just a player skill thing. There's a huge amount of RNG that goes into whether or not, like when you're still at the stage of the game and you have a bunch of different opponents, are you actually going to play who you think you're going to play? Let's say it's a 2/3, 1/3, someone swaps, whatever. And so with Last Whisper, if you miss and you kill like a useless unit back there, you roll through the front line, you can actually still win the fight. Without Last Whisper, you get stuck on the front line, you lose every time.
Totally valid point. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, so
Is he thinking about Ox Force here? That could be interesting.
That-
8
yeah,
Ox Force?
That's a big number.
He needs
Whoa.
the Aphelios for 8.
we
I will
can
also
kill this,
say-
sure.
You can play around 6 for now and then just get
Yeah.
to 8, right? 'Cause
As,
that's a huge cap. Okay,
People
so
have gotten
impressive.
better at positioning around Zed, Hacker Zed as well. Because, you know, day 1 was a tournament, was yesterday. The set has been out for like very little time, but now...
Yeah, people are third rowing their carries
Yeah,
and like
currently-
putting like backline catchers and trying to abuse the fact that Hacker has been coded to force it to the back to attack backline units.
Yeah, it's interesting to me because people actually haven't figured out the real Hacker targeting, which, I mean, should I like leak this tech
Oh
actually?
yeah. Let's leak some tech.
So I actually stumbled upon this by accident. I was walking by the control room. I was lost in the studio, and Mortog was actually in there on his panel, as he does. And what I noticed is that for every single Hacker Zed, he was blindfolding himself, throwing a dart at a dartboard with pictures of the enemy units on there, and just choosing who Zed would end up attacking. And he would manually select
That's
it that
why
way.
he brings Darkboard in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just an eco guy. You think this guy likes hanging out on the couch, tries to hide all the tech, and you think one time he's going to share something real
Oh,
with
I
the
actually
people,
shared- I
with the
shared a
good
lot.
people of the TFT community that are just trying to be out here and learn the set and have some fun.
I shared a lot when you weren't on the couch, actually.
I
have to hide it for you. I gave you like what 1 or 2 tips yesterday, and suddenly you're 1, 2, 3 today.
Highest scoring individual in a day.
You should be giving me tech.
Yeah.
Yeah, my tech is to steal tech from everyone else.
Oh.
By default, I like to put
If you could see
my
look up
tank,
Bryce's face as he said that.
I like to put my tank where the LeBlanc is and the carry one to the left above it.
Yes, that is exactly right. I agree with that. And also, you have to be thoughtful. I also, so I actually don't put the tank where the LeBlanc is. I put it where the Zoe is.
Yeah,
Because
so-
because it's going to aggro there, and you might as well create some extra space. And I also think that the way in which Hacker works, it will oftentimes continue to focus on backline units. So if you put a tank where the Zoe was, and then you put a range unit to the right, oftentimes you can force the Zed to walk across the backline as opposed to turning around and doing your primary character.
And I will be building Zephyr every time I play against you guys. Now that you've
You
shown me
already
your
do
default
that.
position.
You're a known rat.
Oh, that's not true at all. And the only way I ever do it is if I am forced to. Mortdog literally comes up, ties my hands behind my back, and slams a Zephyr.
So I think there's something that gets really strong because there's no assassin like trait, right? It's hacker. There's one unit jumping. Well, I think an underrated thing this set that gets really strong because of that is the no mix-up. If you know, I've found a lot this tournament that if I don't move my carry, they just think like 10 steps ahead, and they do it for me.
They juke themselves.
I got owned by Dish Soap positioning like the first 2 games we played together. Like every single time he ate my lunch, and then I figured it out. And I'm definitely not leaking this tech. But I think that I might own Dish Soap now. I think that there's like a meaningful amount of mind games when you play in a lobby with someone over and over and over again. He got me 0 times today in terms of side selection.
Okay.
So,
Maybe you can play that out in Mafia. If
Oh,
you're in his
that
head.
sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down.
No, I mean I think like when it's one unit, people like they try to sweat it out, but then also there's like, okay, I'm just gonna move it like last second. It's fine.
Totally. The no mix up is a strong play.
You have to show you're willing to move, and then you just never move again.
Oh, I think you need to mix it up. You need to mix up your no mix up. Sometimes it's correct to do the no mix up, and sometimes you gotta swap.
The mix up is the no mix up after the no mix up.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because
You guys look like you're mixing up Ace's brain over there.
I was just really interested that Milk sold a Prankster to prioritize making 10 gold even on 25 HP. Wow. He weakened his board, but then at the end he decided to put in the Rammus.
This Asa guy is a sweat. He's a sweat on the desk. He's
watching the
off
game.
The desk.
He's just a student of the game.
Okay, look, I'm down to listen to you guys when you guys aren't talking about something completely pointless.
What are you talking about?
Wait, this is important.
that is the anti-Zed tech.
Yeah.
They just
If you've
spelled
been
it out
paying
for you.
attention, you would have the knowledge that we just imparted.
Yeah, the
upon
knowledge that you're not telling how you choose to decide whether to
That's
swap
100
side or not. Yes, that's great
100%
knowledge.
chance to not get killed by Zed 50% of the time.
Yeah. That's math. That's math even
Yeah, it
Kyun
works
can
out.
do.
Big if true. I am actually a certified math magician. It does check out.
Also, so we've been talking about how broken Neela is for a while.
Oh,
For everyone who
sucks
does
to
not know how to position Neela, just put her in between 2 units in front line, and she just heals everyone. It's crazy.
Yeah, that seems
which is
really,
exactly
really
what I'm doing
good.
here.
Are you implying there's better positioning, Appies?
No.
That you'd like to share with the entire couch and
No.
also all of ladder?
Well,
Do you know
actually,
that
what?
Nayla can heal 1.5 hexes?
Yes. I went RFC. Okay, my
Wait, how do you
coolest part I made
abuse
this
that,
set
though?
is
you can't.
no, you can. You go Neela 2 with RFC behind Annie when you have the augment that does damage and she's shielded.
Okay.
And she just heals infinite.
Now we're sharing some tech.
No, I played this.
Welcome,
It's
Twitch
good.
chat.
It's good. Yeah,
You heard
it's
it here
good.
first. The line is bow start, slam RFC, put it on Neela,
Behind
gain
Annie.
LP.
No, you have to have the augment that makes it so that she hurts people when they hit her shield, right? Because she just like constantly takes solo frontline. You heal her up constantly. She's constantly shielding. She just kills everyone. And then you play Zed and you die.
This is tech.
Yeah.
Well, you don't die if you do the no mix up, no mix up,
can't,
mix
you're
up,
just
mix
middle
up,
of the
no
board.
mix up. Oh.
Oh no, actually, if one more mix-up, maybe.
Oh,
Maybe,
yeah.
Yeah.
The final mix-up.
Mix-up.
The problem is though, she doesn't hit her ult on any, she doesn't do damage with her ult in that situation. So Annie can't die. If she does, you're boned.
Okay. Returning
Yeah.
to the game.
Yes.
Oh yeah, there's a game.
There's a game happening.
Yeah.
The HP is super close. This is anybody's game. Milk is win streaking. His spot is pretty good.
Yeah, it just needs. I mean,
Pretty good.
Zoe too. I mean, he looks strong. He looks strong without it. But if he gets Zoe too, he looks like.
I'm down to check in on
Way too
Flightsy, maybe
strong.
we haven't gotten to see how he's doing. Flights, he refused to play ball in the trash talk and then didn't do very well in game 2, right? I can't remember what he
We
finished.
kind of forced him to, unfortunately.
We really tried to force him
There
to.
was some crap talk.
In game 2, he managed to get a 6 from a pretty bad spot.
Yeah, no, we played it well.
It was definitely a we take those kind of 6.
Oh, and listen, there's sometimes in TFT, the best feeling is that we take those kind of 6th
for
or
sure,
5th,
definitely.
right? Like, that's
Yeah.
good. What are we going with? Are we ratting? I think he might grab Zephyr.
I'm down to look away as well. That's a good call.
Oh, I mean, I like his board.
Oh, you know,
we're skipping Zed. Makes sense.
I don't know if he intentionally did this, but what are your guys' thoughts on this locket item in this set?
Okay,
I think it's really good early.
I think it's. I actually think it's low key not terrible late either in these types of situations.
It's fantastic. at
Yeah,
all points
because
of the
in
game.
these types of situations, so that, look, there's a bunch of super tanking going on in the meta. There's a handful of like really good
Yep.
super tanks, right? Mech, Annie, etc. But when you don't have one of them, Locket is a great way of replacing that at this stage of the game. I don't know what it is. What is it that makes it feel? Because it used to be like amazing early and bad late.
Right.
But now it feels okay in this spot.
There's so many carries. Sorry, anyway.
No, please.
Oh,
all you.
there's so many carries in this set that are melee. Like Viego, Zed are two of the most prominent carries you've seen, and Locket has always been so good for melee carries, right? Because it just enables them to do their thing a little bit more. And I mean, that's what. And then Anila as well, right? Because you almost always see it on Anila, and she just heals everyone. It's so good.
I also think it's an item econ. Oh, you go ahead first.
Oh, I was just thinking that, like, as far as, like, you know, how it used to fall off, it doesn't seem like it does anymore. A lot of the time, like Locket lets units get a second ult off. And second ults are, like, really big. The first ult is obviously huge. Second ults can swing a fight really hard when a unit might not have otherwise ulted again, like a Sejuani or an Echo or something like that.
And so you're going to make a very smart point about item economy.
I think the biggest thing, like for example, last set you're playing Guild Xayah, Protector's Vow Hecarim, best in slot, Rage Blade Xayah, best in slot. This set, if you're playing something like a 6 duelist line, you got Chain Vest. You can't do anything with that. You got Rod, you can't do anything with that.
Yeah, I think it makes a ton of sense.
Chain Vest can be Shroud, I guess.
It can be. It's not
Chain
that-
Vest is good.
Titan.
Both items
Titans
feel like they've gone down in prio,
Yeah.
right, relative to previous sets.
So yeah, the value just goes up. And in a set that is, you know, very inherently front to back aside from Hacker, that makes sense for Locket to be good. And it's mobile as well. That's the best part.
Yeah. Sometimes it's actually really like I'm like the idea of being able to put it on a unit that you completely move front and back line. Like actually another great way of screwing with Zed targeting is just backline 5 units with a Locket.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how much value you can get out of it.
Absolutely.
I think the reintroduction of Makeshift has been really good for it.
I agree.
Oh,
really
agreed.
good for
I
the
love
game.
Makeshift.
Yeah.
Maybe he's going for LeBlanc 3, which is not a thing we see very often.
Yeah, one life and does not hit, unfortunately.
Oh no.
It's not looking for good for Bebe.
No, it's looking quite bad for Bebe.
Yeah.
This board is
The Annie's
not
looking
very
pretty
great.
fragile.
He is hacking the Alistar though with the tech.
Oh, the tech! Does he have
talked
he doesn't have the
about it?
augment though.
No augment, but that's
No.
okay.
What level of mix-up is this?
This is like level 2, I think.
By the way, Bebe always does this. Anyone ever has to position Bebe in a game, he always shows you where he's going to put his units.
I
At
do
the
not
end
want
of
to
the
play
fight.
Bryson Mafia. He just has a read on everyone.
I think if you just pay attention,
Oh, and the
people
Alistar
tendencies.
knocks off the game flank perfectly.
Okay.
This
The
Alistar
Alistar
is buying a
tech,
ton of
Alistar
time.
bought a ton of time in the back line. The problem is just damage on this board, right? Like it's just the Soraka with the Thieves' Gloves and this LeBlanc 2 is just like really struggling to get through this front line.
Looks like he's going 7th here.
Yeah, we're going 7.
Yeah.
Unlock.
The really unfortunate part, it looks like he just wasn't able to find a third item for LeBlanc, and that is a big deal.
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Huge
I have
deal.
a
Also
question.
LeBlanc 3.
Yeah.
So if there's one player who everyone in North American TFT has to read on their positioning habits, who is it? 'Cause I think there's an answer.
Oh.
There's a correct answer.
Oh, I think it's me.
Oh, no, it's not you.
Because I don't move
I
my
was gonna
board
say
ever.
Robin.
It's Robin. It's
Yeah, he
Robin
just
for
switches
sure.
every time.
He switches every time.
Yeah, he just switches every
He
time.
switches every time. But you know what the thing about Robin is that every once in a while,
works.
he hits you with the haymaker, no mix-up,
Yeah.
Every once in a while, in big rounds when I'm casting, I will notice Robin doesn't swap, and his opponent does, and he's like, it's like he's in like, hey, listen, I'm willing to give you correct positioning against me 9 times out of 10, but when I hit you with the no mix-up,
When it matters,
when
yeah.
it matters, I'm always getting what I want. It's kind of brilliant.
Did you see Robin versus P-God in top 1, top 2 earlier today? Did any of you guys watch that
I did
game?
not watch it. What happened? Did he swap? Or?
Robin got a swap on P-God, but to be fair, I think that was my fault because I was griefing P-God of telling him to do something irrelevant.
Oh, you know, I do remember. It's when he was rolling for Urgot or
I was
Aphelios,
telling him to
right? Yeah.
optimize the Nico, but he should have just spent that time
Yeah,
scouting.
we were saying he should
That's
have
my fault. That's my
positioned,
fault.
yeah. So it's funny you guys say that because like my read on Robin was always, oh, this guy just fake swaps every single time.
No, you know what the funny thing is? It actually depends, Robin. We're talking about you. You want to defend your honor over
Yeah.
here? Okay, Robin, here. So the question on the table is, who is the most predictable positioner in all of North American teamfight tactics.
Do you think it's
By
me?
the way, I did have a different answer. I'll
You think
let
it's
you.
me
I'll let you do
out
your
of
piece
everyone?
Appies and I both got to the same answer, without sharing homework.
But
There's
you mix
so
it up
many-
when it matters.
There's
is the
so many
thing.
other players.
What
Okay.
I said about you is that you are predictable, but you are really good at mixing it
Yes.
up when it super matters. Like in really high impact fights, I constantly am like, oh, he mixed it up and he totally threw the
No,
ball.
but if I'm super predictable in high elo lobbies, doesn't that mean
It's-
I'm the most unpredictable?
Yes, exactly,
Advantageous, yeah, it's
exactly.
advantageous
Exactly.
for sure. You want to know what
Wait,
I was
what was
going to
your
say?
answer? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, maybe this is like a little bit of like a cheat, but on stream Kuromex, that guy actually
he
always
swaps.
just swaps sides. Like you say Robin swaps sides, that guy only just always
Okay, wait,
swaps
Robin,
sides.
what's your answer? Who do you think is the most predictable? And Ace, I'm going to come to you, so start thinking about
I don't
it.
know because I don't scout.
Oh, the true Giga
It's-
Savage.
I don't know. I don't know everyone's. I don't know anyone's patterns.
Really?
calling us
How do you
sweats
not-
over
I,
here.
From
I,
playing
I, okay,
this over and over
I only
again?
know from watching streams. So I know Kurum swap sides,
Yeah.
and I know Soju is random. He likes to do. He does like back and then
So,
random.
so you're
It's
saying
not
he
random,
actually
but yeah.
positions?
Oh, really?
Is what you're saying?
and Asa is actually has faster APM than I thought.
He is. Ace has pretty good boomer APM.
Yeah. You guys should have seen my APM today though. I rewatched my game that I got first in,
Precedent?
but then no one said anything because it was on Precedent's POV.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
on my POV, I literally swapped so fast. Even Kiyun was impressed.
Wow.
Wait,
that's
were you using your own mouse?
No, I used their
Oh,
mouse.
very
Wow.
impressive.
No, it was actually I got really lucky. I feel like
You might have to
Wait, how do you get
purchase.
lucky on
no, because like I didn't miss the clicking.
No, because playing on not your mouse is very hard. It's very hard.
Like I think I high rolled the axes. You know,
Axes?
the mouse
Oh,
axes.
by the way, Milk went out in 6, so Milk and Bebe struggled to end this.
Holding hands, 6-7.
Yeah, not good.
Oh, this is
okay,
very-
wait,
this is very
Asa,
good
who's
for
the most
us.
predictable positioner in all of Vinay?
Oh, I mean, I already said I think it's me because I never move my board.
No, we don't accept you as an answer.
I
We need-
just
we need
never-
you- we
I
need
never
you to
moved my
blame
board. You gotta
someone
blame
else.
someone,
You have to
yeah,
blame
yeah,
someone
Oh,
else.
okay. The second most predictable.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta think about it because I already had my
Okay,
answer,
who's
but
the most
I'll think about it.
unpredictable?
The most unpredictable? Oh, I actually think it's Milk.
Milk.
I can see that. Yeah.
I
Milk
think
is because Milk is thinking about a couple layers of it, and so Milk is not just unpredictable in how he swaps. He is frequently unpredictable in what he swaps because he is really interesting in deciding what he thinks the win con for the fight is. So he will oftentimes like not move backline and then focus on like getting his front line correct, and then he actually will throw you off because oftentimes you think his final swap is going to be his backline, so you will miss on both sides and he'll just get the exact fight he wants.
I think I'm surprised actually that you think it's Milk Bryce. I think that Goobums is.
Oh, I was gonna say
Pretty
I was
good.
gonna say
He's really
Goobums.
good. That's a good
Yeah.
answer.
He,
That's a good
he's
answer,
just
too.
strong at positioning in general, so
His
you know, he
positioning is so
understands.
weird.
Yeah, no, he understands
He is.
like where units need to be to get like maximum value.
Exactly what I just said about Milk, you could say about Goobums as well.
Yeah.
Where he's
I
just
think
thinking about
Sox
layers of
also.
fight. Sox,
Yeah.
well, so Sox's positioning is, I don't think it's predictability that is the thing that makes Sox so special at positioning. I think it's just a level of attention and detail and thoughtfulness that is essentially unrivaled. Like,
Yeah.
Sox is, if you could study a Sox game of positioning and learn so much, and then oftentimes you won't even know exactly why he did what he did. He has to like explain it to
Oh,
you,
yeah,
basically,
definitely.
right? In order for, it's like, oh, this is brilliant, but I definitely did not understand it from just looking at it.
I play a lot of games with Sox and Call, and even as early as stage 2-1, he'll have a unit in a strange spot. And I'm like, oh, why'd you put that there? And he'll be like, oh, this one guy has this one unit over here. And
Oh
it's
my
like,
god,
Oh my,
Asa,
okay.
you should have seen the positioning I did on Nico in stage 2
Oh
earlier.
please, man, I was
Look at
AFK.
this
was-
double Janna. Oh wait.
He was so mad.
I was positioning for other
It was
people.
the only time.
doesn't work.
Wait, hold on.
The only time
Oh, I
the
don't know.
whole all the lobbies at Nico was silent. This dude was yapping all day yesterday, all day today, and this one he
Wait,
was like,
no,
oh,
I no, I
Might
said
I
that. You
add,
guys
he
couldn't
changed-
hear me. You
he
know I
changed
was
his
talking
story
a lot.
twice. He said he was AFK first, and then
Oh yeah, I mean AFK
and
in
then
the
he said
brain.
he was positioning for someone else.
This
AFK
guy,
in the
this
brain.
guy is hired as a lawyer.
He
ESG
changed his
law
story twice.
lawyer.
Also, I just want to point out, Solus has trapped his Viego to kill this Belveth. I don't know if it was to kill this Belveth.
But he
And
did
it also
trap his
didn't work.
Viego and it thought about killing the Belveth.
Well, Viego always targets the same unit no matter where it's positioned.
Also,
so.
Dallas and Setsuko, 2-3.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I mean, big comeback from Dallas as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
He's having a
Dallas-
little rough
yeah,
day.
he struggled a little bit, so it's great to see him pop off in
Yeah.
the final day for sure, or in the final game for sure. DQ out, Texco out, so Dallas holding down the fort. Top of the game.
Solus is playing Viego again.
This
Yeah.
guy's a Viego one trick.
Did you see his spot
Unironically.
last
That
game,
is
Robin?
a triple
Borghese too.
Mordekaiser.
Oh.
I mean, you got
That's my last game. I didn't watch the games.
He
Is six
he
already
had
so
two
broken you play
Viegos
these
on
units in
6
the game, by the way?
with double
Oh,
trouble.
double trouble. Yeah, I heard. I
Yeah.
heard.
What was that, Bryce?
Is six Renegade so broken that you just play all of these bad
I
units
think
in the game?
it's
Yeah.
actually like kind of a contentious point among players. I know a lot of players that will say just play 4 Renegade and better units. And a lot of players will say 6 Renegade is turbo broken, played every time. I think it's pretty reasonable in his setup. He has
He's a
Windy.
+1.
Yeah, he has +1, he has Windy, Weather, he has double Chalice. This Viego can absolutely solo
Yeah, you
carry.
just one-shot the whole board. Like, that's how he wins fights, right?
It's particularly important for reset units to have as much damage as possible.
His items are so good for it, too, because, yeah, the double chalice.
Just reset onto the
Shadow
Belveth
Mage.
and one-shot it.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
only
he literally
way-
just one-shot from 100 HP. We often say
Oh my
one-shot
God.
in TFT when it's not actually one-shot, but that was legit one-shot. This Solus guy,
Solus did really well today.